When we dive into the logos of Bitcoin and Ripple, their complementary nature and their true purpose may be revealed. First, what have you heard Bitcoin referred to as a million times? Digital gold. And this makes sense. Bitcoin is the store of value of the digital crypto world. And for hundreds of years, gold has served as a store of value. So calling Bitcoin digital gold from the beginning was a smart move. And what was gold's complement? Silver. So while gold acted as a store of value, silver served as a medium of exchange in the form of coins. Take it from ChatGPT. Historically, gold and silver have often had distinct but complementary roles in economic systems, with gold serving as a store of value and silver as a medium of exchange for everyday transactions. It then lists some of the economic factors for why that was the case. Okay, so if you were the designer of Bitcoin's logo, and you know Bitcoin was created to be the foundational layer of crypto, being the store of value, you would use gold for its branding, right? It would only make sense, and that's what they did. Here are the earliest Bitcoin logos, basically just gold coins. Now, what about the payments company Ripple's logo? Does it represent silver, as silver is the payments mechanism to gold's store of value? The perfect complement to Bitcoin's gold? We'll get to that in a minute. Here's where things get interesting. And to me, what I'm about to show you is undeniable, yet it isn't written anywhere on the internet for some reason. It's a secret being kept, hidden in plain sight every time you look at the Bitcoin logo. Why did they change the logo from gold to this distinct orange color? The internet will tell you some elementary nonsense like orange is symbolic of creativity, success, joy, safety, and change. But wait till you see this. I'm going to show you what I believe is the real reason it's that orange color, whether anyone wants to admit it or not, and it has to do with chemistry, or maybe even alchemy, but alchemy is for a different video. Anyway, did you know that you can take gold and dissolve it into ions such that it'll become a liquid solution? If you place gold in a flask and pour concentrated hydrochloric acid over it, and then bring it to a boil with some additional nitric acid added, the gold will completely dissolve into liquid. This combination of hydrochloric and nitric acid is called aqua regia, by the way. But look what color the solution becomes when it cools down. Yep, the exact same orange color as the Bitcoin logo. And remember, this is dissolved gold or gold ions in its most fractionalized form that can be easily converted back into gold. So what better way to metaphorize Bitcoin's functionality as digital gold than to symbolize gold's dissolved liquid form? To emphasize that Bitcoin is digital gold and creates a way to essentially make a store of value more liquid. Plus, when gold is dissolved at the ion level, it can be broken into ultra-minuscule fractions, like how a single unit of Bitcoin, a Satoshi, or sat, is 1/100 millionth of a Bitcoin. Can it really just be a coincidence the Bitcoin logo is the exact same color as ionized gold, which is the fractionalized liquid form of gold? It's also interesting to me that a Bitcoin is technically unsolved or dissolved before a mining computer solves an equation, like how liquid gold is dissolved until it precipitates into gold when the solution becomes solid again, or is solved. So Bitcoin is digital gold, and its logo is the same shade of orange that gold makes when it dissolves in a flask. Okay, then what would complement dissolved gold's orange color? Dissolved silver's blue color. And what do you know? The gradient of Ripple's logo is the perfect match to dissolved silver. Pretty convincing comparison, right? I mean, it's spot on. And just wait, there's more. What about Ripple?